What's going on, everybody? So today's video, I have not done a lot of fragrance reviews from this brand. It's cheap. I'm cheap. Definitely. I think it's 100%. We all know that. But this fragrance house really, they produce some alright fragrances. Right off the bat, you know, the reveal for men, the CK Shock one, those were probably fragrances that stood out more so to my mind. But this one, whoa. Calvin Klein's Euphoria Amber Gold for Men. This fragrance was actually launched in 2018. It's classed as an Oriental woody. The top notes of this one are bergamot, thyme, and cypress, with the mid being honey, sage, oregano, and jasmine, and the base is vetiver, leather, amber, and incense. What I get from first spray is a very sweet and smooth honey note. Smooth, well blended, Calvin Klein, I know. But there's definitely a lot of the resinous ambers. Those are the two notes that really jump out at first. And then the incense does come into play along with the leather. Those two last notes, the leather and the incense, are more so in the background. But as the fragrance develops, the incense does come out to play a little bit more, and all three notes of the honey, the amber, and the incense are kind of balanced out. They're not fighting for one another, see which one is the top note. And there's a little bit of the vetiver, not a lot. This fragrance is dark, it's classy, it's mysterious, it has some sex appeal to it, a little maturity as well. But this is like a bad boy fragrance to someone who is a gentleman. Someone who has that edge, but is like total gentleman, like James Bond, if you will. When to wear this one, you can dress this down from like a leather jacket to something that's very formal, to like a tuxedo. Again, James Bond. Seasons, fall and winter, and performance. This is beastly. This is an eau de parfum. I am sorry if I sound pretentious when I say that in French, or eau de parfum, if you will. I've been told that when I say eau de parfum, it sounds pretentious, so I apologize. But the longevity is about 12 hours and the projection is heavy, so less is definitely more. Price for this one? I've seen this online. This is the first time that I have ever seen it, was because Ashton from GenSense did a phenomenal video, mind you, of like a starter guide as to where to buy fragrances. That video was probably one of the best videos that I have ever seen in my almost 6 years of doing YouTube. And he was talking about Fragrance Buy. I saw this on Fragrance Buy. I got this for about $75, but I have seen it on FragranceNet for $69. So this is gonna range you anywhere from 65 Canadian to perhaps $85 Canadian. My wife's thoughts on this one, she was a little bit mixed on this one. She did get a lot of honey and incense with something earthy, but she was on the fence as to whether or not she liked it. Because one day she liked it, then the other day she didn't. But my final thoughts on this one, blown away. Definitely surprised from this release. Like Calvin Klein, who would have thought? I love the combination of the incense, the amber, the honey, and I find that honey it's a bit of a unique note. It's not the most common note out there. It's a lot less common than like incense and amber, but it's done exceptionally well in this fragrance. It has a mature vibe, but I do think that a younger man who has his life together can pull it off. It has, again, a bad boy to a gentleman like feel. And I generally am not big on very dark fragrances. I really am not. I'm more of a fresh to death kind of guy. But I love this one, and I'm glad that I came across it. I'm glad that I saw Ashton's video. So shout out to Ashton. And my final rating out of 5 is like a 4.5, no, 4 to 3/4 out of 5. I think that the only downfall with this is that the cap is not exactly the most secure. You know, the cap is a little bit flimsy and it does come off quite easily. It's happened to me once or twice, but I am glad that I have this in my collection, and damn, I don't even know what to say. You know, I'm a little bit speechless. There's definitely some emotion to this one, because this one was certainly a shocker, and I am pleased. Alright, so guys, that's it for Calvin Klein Euphoria Amber Gold for Men. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up, share the video, subscribe if you haven't, hit that notification bell. We thank you for your time, take care, and we'll see you later.